18th, 2025. It is now 6:30 p.m., and I am calling the regular Fraser City Council meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you very much. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Baranski.
Present.
Mayor Lesich.
Present.
Councilmember Odell.
Here.
Councilmember Perry.
Here.
Councilmember Shornack.
Present.
Councilmember Stein.
Present.
Councilmember Sutherland.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem Sutherland.
You had one job.
He's in the crowd. One job.
I'm kidding. This is bittersweet. So.
That is a quorum, sir.
Thank you very much. Item number 4, approval of the agenda. We have one item to add to the agenda tonight, and this would be item 7L, and that would be the Fraser Homecoming Parade letter of approval, and that would be 7L. So I would make a motion to add that item. Are there any? Thank you. Any other items that need to be added, changed? Seeing none, we have a motion. Well, then I would make a motion to approve the agenda with the amendment, and I need a second on that.
No, we got it. You got it. Shornack. Yep, that counts.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Agenda is approved. Item number 5, citizen participation on agenda items. This is the portion of the meeting where if you can't stay for the particular item you're interested in on the agenda, you can speak now for up to 5 minutes. Anyone would like to speak? Seeing none, we will move on. Item number 6, consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as submitted.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilmember Odell, seconded by Councilmember Stein to approve the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. Item 7A, Fraser First Booster Club donation for Fort Fraser mural. Come on up, Fort Fraser. Fraser First. Ed, can you put that presentation up, please? And City Manager would like to introduce why they're here tonight.
So we have representatives from Fraser First here that have an exciting opportunity to be able to provide a mural to the city at no cost. And I will turn it over to the representatives for the presentation.
Thank you. Please let us know who you are.
Thank you. I'm Vanya Apps, the president of Fraser First Booster Club. And
Laura Lesich, Vice President of the Fraser First Booster Club.
Thank you. Go ahead.
we are here with our ongoing effort to bring art to the city of Fraser, and we are excited to present this opportunity for our plans for a mural for Stephens Park. So I don't know if you want me to read through it or just...
Yeah, just go ahead and read through it. Or tell us about the project.
Yeah, so we wanted something that would kind of bring some color and spark to Stephens Park as we go through the project of turning it into a full creative art space and community space.
Okay.
And so we are working with the muralist Krista Camelon and bringing a vibrant color into the park. It's visible from 14 Mile and fully funded by Fraser First Booster Club and the in-kind donation of her time and talent, Krista. And this is her background in graphic design, and it was very generous of her to kick in the rest so that we could go ahead and fill out the entire back wall of the restrooms at Fort Fraser. And this is some of her portfolio. She's very talented. She's a Fraser resident, which was kind of neat. And she was excited to be a part of this as well. This is the wall this is the back part of the restroom that we're talking about. This is the mural proposed at this time, what we decided on. And we're hoping it's interactive to the point that you could stand under Be the Spark and kind of have your family pictures or your personal pictures taken there. Yeah, I mean, we really like the idea that it kind of ties in the city picnic and what the space has always brought the community together for, which was the fireworks display and things like that.
Great. Just a couple questions. What's the timeline to get this done?
Based on approval tonight, she can get started in late September, October timeframe.
Great. So before the end of the year?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you said your Fraser First is funding the whole project plus the in-kind donation from Krista. So what is the total value of the project?
7,500.
7,500, okay.
And she's aware of our budget limits, and she has taken on the responsibility of anything going over that budget,
Great.
which was really great.
Okay. Any questions from council on this? Councilmember Baranski, go ahead.
Yeah, I do have a question. So what kind of paint is it going to be? Is this something that's just going to be temporary, or is it,
It's outdoor, it's for outdoor buildings, like you put on any outdoor building. It's a latex
Exterior,
thank you, that was the word I was looking for, paint.
okay, and then is there going to be like sort of, I'm not a painter, but like a finish over it? Like, I love it.
Thank you.
I hate to see it in 2 years,
Nope, it shouldn't, it's,
and she's
It
moved
sh-
on, and
yeah.
now we've got.
well, we talked to her about that, and she was quite confident that it's got a life expectancy of 10 years,
Okay.
and so,
Yeah.
and she felt that in the space that it's at, it will have limited sunlight. It's more shaded in the way the sun rotates, so that will help its life expectancy as well. And, yeah,
And then, so that is facing,
14 Mile Road.
oh, it's facing.
facing north.
Facing north, thank you. So just that one part, okay.
We did not want to impose on the neighbors that they would, because not everybody likes everything. So,
That was my
but
question, that's where I was going to literally. Yep.
facing in that direction, it does not impact anybody in that immediate area.
And is that black or blue on the back of the?
It's black.
Okay. And then is the Fraser First Booster logo on the?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay. That's all the questions I had.
And she will sign her logo on there as well as the artist.
Any other questions from council? City manager is, yep, Sherry. City attorney.
Oh, if Sherry's first.
Okay.
No,
Councilmember
go ahead.
Stein.
Go ahead, because I'm just going to make a motion, so.
I was just going to be the lawyer for a minute, and I apologize for doing that. But the question that came to my mind, I guess, is just the arrangement. So is this Fraser First sort of licensing the space from the city? Is this Fraser taking ownership of a donation from Fraser First? What do we envision this to actually legally be? And you might think, well, why do we care? It's artwork on a wall. And I only ask the question because if it is going to be a 10-year life expectancy, I want to make sure everybody feels comfortable that no one has some ability down the road because things change, people change, but people in seats change, and suddenly they don't want it anymore. And so if there is an expectation as to who has control over that, I think it's probably important for us to know or talk more about how that looks. I know in situations I've seen in other communities, or probably even for those businesses, there's probably some kind of an agreement, whether it's the city leases the wall for $1 so that the city can put up art. Well, this is a little backwards. This is the private nonprofit asking for a wall for art from the city. But is there an arrangement that we have an expectation here that I haven't heard yet? And I'm not asking to put anybody on the spot. I just really want to make sure everybody feels comfortable that whatever the expectations are, nobody's surprised by something in a couple of years or.
So what, can I translate that into
Of course.
less than lawyer
Trying to be
speak?
diplomatic.
So what you're saying- what you're
Really good job.
If I had to parse that out, I would say your concern is that 2 years from now, there's a new council and everyone hates Fraser First and they want to paint it over with white paint.
No.
Worst
Not,
case.
I'm using these.
It's a worst case, right?
It's a worst
But it could
case.
flip the other way, too. Does Fraser First have an expectation that it controls the art and that it could come back and change the wall? Right? It goes
Yes.
both ways, and that's all I'm asking, is what are the expectations on both sides? Is it sort of a 10-year understanding? Is it who maintains it if it starts to, peel or fade in 8 years instead of 10? I just don't know if anybody's thought through the long term, because it sounds petty and silly, but I just worry that becomes a contentious
These are
point.
the unintended
Yeah.
consequences
Exactly.
of future
Exactly.
decisions, yes. So would it be possible, I noticed the DIA has a memo of understanding about a certain amount of, that the mural will stay there for a certain amount of time. Can the city draft something, a memo of understanding that, that it's going to be there for 5 years at minimum, and that the city retains the ownership of the wall? Would that work?
I think so. I think what I'd like, though, is for Fraser First to tell us term, in terms of how long they'd like it to be there.
Okay.
Expectations in terms of who maintains and who has the right to modify. Expectations in terms of copyright. Can the city use it on website? Can the city use it in any paraphernalia or brochures that we publish or do? Just expectations. What do they feel?
Okay.
Who has control? Who has power over this artwork? And what is the artist's expectation? I assume there's some kind of contract with her too. So
do you want us to draft something up and send it to the?
not a contract. Don't do all the legal work.
Okay.
Just give us the parameters for what you
So-
hope this to be.
Our hope for it to be is a donated mural to the city with any changes. I mean, I would hope out of courtesy, any changes to that mural would be discussed with Fraser First as well. And vice versa. If Fraser First came around and wanted any changes made to it, we would consult the city as well. That, and our understanding of the wear and tear on the paint, a 10-year lifespan is a pretty good, lifespan without major difficulties. That was our understanding, and yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen in the next few years, because my concern was, is this building going to be here after the big, massive redo of Stephens Park? And we don't know. So our intent was to try to get the item out there, showcase our artists, because, yeah, she wants more work, and she'd love to do more projects within the city. There's lots of walls in the city that could use a little art. So I kind of like the idea that we kind of work together hand in hand here, that we, if something does come up, that we are aware, and if something comes up for us, that we notify the city.
We have never had a reputation of being out of step with the city or Parks and Rec. In all these years that we've worked with them, and we continue, that is a format we continue to go by. That we are in, we are in partnership, so to speak, with the city. We don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. That would make no sense to what we do, so, yeah.
I think those are all valid things we can hash out without having a multi-page contract.
Oh, of
We can have an agreement.
I like your memorandum idea. It doesn't need to be too stylized. It just needs to just set forth the expectation. I think I've heard a few.
Yeah, and I think it's also, you brought up a good point, the muralist. She's an artist, and she would like to know where her work's going to be shown, and she seems to be pretty flexible on that, but we need to protect her as well as the city's interests at the same time.
And as well as Fraser First Booster Club, we would like our donors to get some bragging rights as well, that this was brought.
Sure. So can we approve it pending an agreement, a letter that is satisfactory to the city attorney? Or is there, well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And I jumped in front of Councilmember Stein.
No, you're good. That's what I was going to ask, if
Okay.
we can approve it with the understanding that we would have a memorandum. I think we need to have it.
We do that at times. It really depends on council's desire to, do you know what you want it to say, or do you want it to come in front of you with all the things that we talk about with them and that it's going to say, because I imagine there will be things in there like, this is a donation to the City of Fraser, for City of Fraser now owns it and all the rights to it. But can we be assured that the artist has signed off on that by donating it or being purchased from Fraser First? And then it's going to say things like, the Fraser First understands that the City of Fraser will own and control the building and the artwork, and as much as the expectation is that it would last and persevere for up to 10 years, Fraser First understands that City of Fraser may end up not needing the building anymore. I can just see it kind of giving those basic parameters, but I don't want to surprise anybody either if as we're talking, we have terms that you hadn't thought about tonight and maybe want to look at. So we can do it either way. We can say, we bless it and city attorney work on it and then circulate it, or we can do it, and obviously objections could mean it comes back to you, or we can do it with, let's bring a contract back next month and take a look at it.
I guess the two questions. One would be, is there any objection to doing it in principle if we come back a month from now with a letter to approve it? Because I don't want to hold the project up. Does anyone have an objection to doing it at all? And I don't, but I want to make sure that we protect the rights of the city, the muralists, and that we properly manage your expectations of how long it's going to be up there, et cetera. Anybody? All right.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to know what we're agreeing to before we agree. And not that I don't trust Don, it's our vote in terms of, I'm not comfortable saying 5 years, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 7, maybe it's 10. I don't know. But I do, but yes, good, right? Artist is on, you're not talking about until October anyway, so I'm guessing that's because she's busy.
I think end of September, October was the time frame, right?
Correct. And just based on what we're hearing here is you want to have this memorandum finalized with all the different yays and nays and whatever, but in reality, we will be able to do it, and that we could at least get her set up where she can start getting her thoughts and everything together, her prep work, that she can get started before it gets too cold and runs out of time.
Okay.
That's something we can do.
I would ask you, Mr. City Attorney, for guidance on how we move this project forward, yet retain next month, we can come back and stamp that approval on.
Michigan weather does make these projects challenging sometimes. So, yeah, I mean, I think I have no objection, unless council feels differently, to the council making a motion to authorize administration to move forward with Fraser First to finalize the details of this project with the understanding that it is approved. It's a matter of the details being negotiated and finalized. It doesn't sound like there would be any paint on a wall yet until next meeting, at least.
No.
So I think that way they can get the artist set up, they can get the artist ready to go and get her on the calendar. And then the details, even though they say the devil's in the details here are going to be, let's just figure out who controls what and make sure the artist is signed off on that, because of course we have to respect her rights too.
My motion is what he just said.
I'll make the
what I was
motion
gonna
then.
say.
I'll make
Thank
the
you.
motion that the city approve the mural donated by Fraser First Booster Club for Fort Fraser and the artist Krista,
I think it's chameleon.
I'm sorry, I forgot her name, took it off. And the artist, subject to a written memorandum of agreement being worked on and brought back to council by next month for final approval.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Councilmember Bransky, seconded by Councilmember Shornack to
Do that.
do that.
What Don said?
That's what I think. That's
All right. Anybody in the audience would like to, any other council member like to speak? All right. Anyone in the audience like to speak on this? All right. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. I'm sure we'll work out the details, and this will be a done deal in September. Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. All right. Item number 7B, Baumgartner House proclamation for the 150th anniversary of the Baumgartner House. City Manager, would you like to introduce us to what we're doing here?
Certainly very excited to do that. As I think most everyone knows, the Baumgartner House is celebrating its 150th anniversary coming up here, I believe, next month. So we have representatives here from the Historic Commission and other groups associated with it. I believe there might be some family members as well. And we have a certificate that we would like to present to them in honor of this moment.
Thank you very much. Come on up, all the people in the red shirts, I think you're here for this.
And Marty in the
And
booth.
Marty.
Take one down, pass it around. Where's the beer, Marty? Except I don't like beer, so that wouldn't work anyway.
Doo-doo. You guys can just stand up here. Over here. So the people in our city can see you. Come on up.
Some of the hardest working people, volunteers in our city.
Patrice, why don't you come up here too? You're our,
Oh, I'm back here, I'm good.
all right. Yes, they're all going to stand up so we get a picture.
No.
So, good evening. What? I hate this microphone. Introduce yourself.
Marty Vanningen, a Maiwanaki Commissioner.
Karen Hodges, Commissioner.
Nancy Erke, Commissioner. Marilyn Wright, Chairman.
Kathy Pirtle.
Barb Carey, volunteer.
Lorraine Fradel, Society.
Thank you very much. So, all right. Do we have a better microphone? All right. Marty, why don't you tell us about this?
Well, Karen and I are the co-chairs of the 150th celebration, anniversary celebration, which we are having on September 7th, which is a Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We have lots of activities planned. We have a petting zoo. We have music. We have food. We have freebies. We have lots of make-and-take type crafts. We have things happening in the garden. We have basket making, doll making. We're working with a cobbler right now. We just found some wool spinners. So we've got a lot of interesting things, Pioneer Days kinds of things to really celebrate that this house, which is 150 years old, is still standing. Do you want to add anything?
No.
Okay.
All right. How come it worked for you? I am not having a good night. All right. It is my honor to provide this certificate of recognition for the Baumgartner House 150th anniversary. Whereas, it's a long one. 150 years gets you a long proclamation. So, whereas this year, 2025, brings the City of Fraser the opportunity to celebrate the 150th year of the Baumgartner House, our community honors both its rich history in the area and all those who have held its care over this historic times. Whereas the original building, built in 1875 in popular German architectural style of brick in a nearly square shape, windows rounded on top, with brick extending both above and below them, was at that time architecture generally for public buildings and considered special to private residences. It is believed to be the oldest house in Fraser. Whereas the property ownership passed from several different land speculators until purchased as a homestead by John Christian Baumgartner as he immigrated to the United States from Bavaria, seeking land and political freedom at the age of 22 in the early 1850s. Whereas the 1870 census records indicate he, his wife Samantha, with their young family of 7 children, were recorded as residents of Erin Township, now known as Fraser and Roseville. Whereas between 1909 and 1981, the house changed hands no less than 6 times before the City of Fraser acquired the property from the Huber estate, who were the last private owners of the estate located near the corner of Masonic and Kelly. Whereas then Mayor John Clarkson established the Fraser Historical Commission, that's you, whose purpose were to obtain historical landmark status and to create, preserve, discover the city history and result in the Baumgartner House Museum. Whereas the Fraser Historical Commission, with the efforts of community volunteers, that's you, and city employees performed extensive repairs to return years of changes to the home to the required historical correctness. Whereas in 1991, the state of Michigan bestowed the distinction of Michigan Recognized Historic Site to the Baumgartner House. Whereas the years of past and current members of the Fraser Historical Commission, with their outstanding team of volunteers, that's also you, continue to serve, preserve, and protect the Baumgartner House Museum with care, pride, respect, and admiration for its historic contribution to our community. Whereas the residents of the City of Fraser and surrounding communities extend their sincere gratitude to all who have carried forward the work supporting and maintaining the Baumgartner House and its property, which now includes a garden, depot, and the Hemi barn, providing all a glimpse of our local history. Now, therefore, it be resolved, I, Michael T. Lesich, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the City of Fraser, and on behalf of the entire City Council, that's you, and generations of Fraser residents, that's you, past and present, do hereby extend the certificate of recognition upon the Baumgartner House and all who have held this care. Thank you, thank you. Here, I'm going to give it, thank you. Can we get a good picture? So I have a question. For this event, can we dress up?
Yes, you can.
Sure.
What should we dress like? 1920s,
1875.
1875,
So I'm bringing
1880s.
everybody a wooden nickel. We just got the
I don't take wooden nickels.
nickel. Has the house. It's a bribe. Everybody gets one.
And what can we buy at the, what can we buy, Karen?
Everything's free, so you can keep your wooden nickel, just bring it with you, and we know you're a fan.
Very good. Thank you very much. Yes?
Oh, hi.
Come on up. All right, we need the council. Thank you. Let's get one with just the commission and then one with the commission and the council behind it. How's that? I think you guys are rock stars. You need a good picture.
We're gonna go back behind. Oh, yep.
Okay.
Giving up the mic?
Hey, Mike, can we take her paper and covering up?
Yeah.
Just set that aside.
Needs that agenda. Did you hide the paper?
Would anyone like to make a comment about these?
Yeah.
I will. I know they are very, very hardworking. I've known Marilyn and Nancy for a very long time because, yeah, I once was on the Historical Commission and then nicknamed it the Hysterical Commission because they are a very funny group, especially when you get them all together. But they are truly some of the hardest working individuals and volunteers in this city, and they are truly, truly dedicated to the history of the museum and the history of Fraser and trying new and fun ways to bring it to life for the younger kids. I know Marty and her husband have now started tours for the schools, and so I know the kids have been enjoying that. And the parents are like, oh, I didn't even know this was really here. So people who've lived in Fraser for a really long time have been educated, and they keep just bringing more and more to the table. So I look forward to all that this group brings forward.
As do I. Thank you. Anyone else like to say something?
We do have some flyers here if anybody wants to take it to remind them of the dates of our event as well as posted around town.
Here comes Ed.
We're good, Ed. We're just kind of winging it.
Hey, Elaine, can we put that up, or do we have it up already on the roly-poly and the cable channel and all that stuff?
I do have it on the roly-poly, even though it's broken. I guess it's only on one side. I've asked for it to be on the cable station, so it should be on there. It's been on the website.
Perfect. I just want to make sure it's
Yep.
getting as much
Got
traction as
flyers everywhere
possible.
as well, too.
They've worked really, really hard on this, so.
Shane was here taking pictures for a post tomorrow. She's a communications director, so we'll get it.
Great.
Oh, yay.
Thank you very much. Okay, item 7C is not as much fun, but it is the resignation of Mayor Pro Tem Dana Sutherland. So I'll just read this from the packet. On Monday, July 14th, 2025, Mayor Pro Tem sent the following message to the clerk, city manager, and council. The purpose of this email is to inform you that I resign my position of City Council Member, Mayor Pro Tem, effective 8/14/2025. As a result of this resignation, the next step is for the council to accept the resignation and to declare a vacancy on council. Subsequently, it will be appropriate to then elect a new Mayor Pro Tem, as well as select someone to fill the vacancy created on the Library Subcommittee. So first step would be to make a motion to accept the resignation of Mayor Pro Tem Dana Sutherland. I make that motion.
I'll second.
Couldn't wait, huh?
We're just so used to saying.
All right, who made the motion?
You
You
did.
did. Oh, my Lord.
Okay, who seconded? Who wants to?
Amy can.
All right, a motion by Mayor Lesich, seconded by
New vitamins, Laura.
Councilmember
New vitamins.
Baranski, to accept the resignation of Mayor Pro Tem Dana Sutherland effective August 14th, 2025. Any discussion by council? Councilmember Odell.
So Dana and I got elected together. We held coffee talks for residents when we first were running. And I can say with the 4 years here, even though there was many times we disagreed, there was never a doubt in my mind that she thought nothing but the best for Fraser and her intentions. So we were very lucky to have her for the time she was. She always worked well with this council to try to get solutions done for this city in an effective way and raise the level of service for our residents. So I will miss her, even though I'll talk to her from time to time, but it was a pleasure serving with you. It was a fun experience coming up with you and facing all the good and bad of elected office, but I really do appreciate everything you've done for the city, and we'll miss you.
Thank you. Councilmember Stein.
Yes, I would like to just echo, of course, Odell's sentiments. It's been amazing working with you. I wish you the best in your life. The city of Fraser will be sad. They're losing a great person. So good luck, and I hope you have the best life ever.
Thank you. I've worked with you for 4 years and knew you a little bit before that, and it is, you brought a different perspective, but you always worked in the best interests of the city as you felt it, and we always got things done. And that's what councils do. We bring different perspectives, different opinions, different experiences, and try to make a city out of that. So thank you very much for your service. Anyone else? City Attorney. I'm sorry, I'm going to call you Don, Mr. Denal.
You may. Dana, I loved our time together, and this isn't meant to be a tribute or a speech, but I just want you to know, and I've never had to say this or been able to say this to anyone, when you said at the December meeting, when you thanked me and you singled me out, that meant the world to me. I don't think anybody else has ever done that, so thank you from the bottom of my heart for that and for everything you gave to the city.
Very good. I think I'm going to change the agenda here a little bit and just give this recognition as soon as we do a ministerial act of passing that motion. So anyone in the audience like to speak on this matter? All right. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? I wish I could, but there are no opposition. The motion passes. Thank you very much. All right. Mayor Pro Tem, former Mayor Pro Tem. Please come up. There you go. This one's shorter and in bigger type, so it's easier to read.
Easier for my old eyes to read.
It's easier for mine, too. I call you Dana now. All right. Dana, this is a certificate of appreciation for Dana Sutherland. Whereas Ms. Dana Sutherland, a resident of the City of Fraser for over 25 years, and more than that, isn't it? Yep. And member, what is over? So, and member of the Fraser City Council since 2021, is hereby recognized for her commitment to excellence, the City of Fraser, and our regional community. Whereas during her residency, Ms. Sutherland served as a community leader, ambassador, and liaison for all who put their trust in her to serve the City of Fraser. Whereas Dana's commitment to the direction, future community, and fiscal growth of the City of Fraser has guided her through decisions over several significant projects integral to the city's residents and businesses for years to come. Whereas, while raising her family in Fraser, Dana's spirit to the life of volunteerism and public service has provided avid support to countless efforts and causes, including developing the first Fraser charity polar plunge, benefiting several worthy causes. The event has become a community favorite during the annual Christmas in Fraser celebration. I don't know if it's my favorite anymore, but I'm going to try. Whereas her additional contributions to the Fraser Farmers Market, Fraser Recreation Commission, Fraser First Booster Club, Fraser Public Library, council member, and Mayor Pro Tem in her final years on the Fraser City Council are considerable and substantive. Now therefore be it resolved, I, Michael T. Lessig, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor for the City of Fraser, and on behalf of the entire City Council and all our citizens, do hereby extend this certificate of appreciation to Dana Sutherland for her distinguished service to the community. There you go. All right. I think we need a picture of, one final picture of the council. Sure, come on down. There is a typo on there. We'll get you a new page. Yeah.
Was it August's fault?
No, it was my fault. It's my fault.
Why would you default to that?
Oh, you want us? Yeah, we're here, we're good.
All right.
Some of us really hate pictures.
One, two, three. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, she gets to take it for real this time.
We know what she's going to do with that, too. Oh, I thought for sure because the last name's going to change, you're going to be like, burn that sucker.
All right. Next, we need to appoint a mayor pro tem. Councilmember Shornack.
I nominate Patrick.
Second, I was,
Hey, that was quick. All right, we have a nomination. Would you accept the nomination?
I would gladly accept the nomination.
Okay.
Appreciate the
We-
nomination.
Great. We have a motion to appoint Patrick Odell to be our mayor pro tem, seconded, or motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Councilmember Baranski. Any other comment on this? Anyone in the audience speak on this? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, Patrick. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Thank you.
I'm going to take your seat at the right hand of the mayor.
You can stay here for now. Anyway. All right, the next thing is what we do about a vacancy. So, City Attorney, can you give us the overview of the city's rules on this?
I will confess that you have put me on the spot. This
I'm
is
sorry.
something that comes up very often. I wasn't prepared necessarily to address it, other than to say to you that there is no designated timeline in the law. So I think it's council's discretion at this point as to how long it wishes to wait, if it would like to wait to determine the outcome of the next election, if it would like to appoint somebody who may be running in that election, if it would like to appoint somebody who is not and will not be, if the council would like to solicit applications. There are a number of different protocols. The typical policy in the past has been that the next highest vote getter in the last election would be not automatic, but would be the favored candidate for the council as a policy matter, just to avoid division and dispute. But there is no next highest vote getter from the last election.
I was like, we have a problem.
This is the one time that policy will fail you and not do what it was intended to do. So that's the high-level overview. I don't have a drilled-down analysis for you tonight.
Okay, Mayor Pro Tem Odell.
In my opinion, we have an election 2 or 3 months away. We're going to have at least 2 new council members up here at that time anyways. By the time you get applications out, everything back, they might be serving a month, 2 at the most if they're lucky. I don't know many people that'd be running to do that. So I think the 6 of us up here work pretty well together and can come to a consensus. I would just say wait till the election and then we'll have a full council at that time. Just doesn't seem prudent for such a small amount of time to do that.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Baranski.
Mr. Null, I thought we had a rule that said we shall fill it within 30 days or something like that, within the rules of council.
Your policy,
I'm almost positive because I know that this was a big point of contention in the past. I'm not saying I'm in favor of the rule, but I know that there is a rule because there was a very long stalemate on this in the past when the seat went vacant for 7 months. And council then, I don't know if Councilmember Shornack or Mayor Lesich was on council at that time, but I think we should follow the rule, if there is a rule, or vote that we're not following the rule. That, to me, like, is important. I agree, it's short, it's this, it's that, but doesn't mean we couldn't try. Doesn't mean it wouldn't be beneficial to have another person, but I acknowledge the limitations, but there's a rule, I believe.
Yes, I actually filled that seat after, and I think the vacancy was almost a year. And then we immediately came up with and I don't know about the number of days, but I know that the rule we came up with is go to the first
That is a rule.
runner-up.
It gets offered to the first,
Offered to the
the
first
next
runner-up.
vote getter. Yes, I don't remember a timetable in there.
there is not.
There isn't a timetable of
We've
30
pulled it
days.
up. It's as I
Yeah.
remembered it. It's
there's no
it's next highest vote getter. Then you go to the next person if that person declines, and you go to the next if that person declines. And if all persons are not interested, council may appoint any person possessing the qualifications for office.
Yep.
And does it say, is it that ran for council or ran for any seat on the council?
It says to contact the next highest vote getter from the previous election to see if he or she is interested. So it would be, the implication or the inference from that is if they ran for council and the vacancy is for council, that's who you turn to. If they ran for mayor and the vacancy is in mayor, you turn to that race.
Right.
So
So it sounds like that rule probably should get cleaned up if we want to have a rule in the future, because there's some ambiguities in it. Because there's no rule then for mayor. If mayor were to become vacant, there's no rule because it says council, it doesn't say mayor.
Well, it's broadly elective offices, so that would be an elective office. So broadly, the next highest vote getter for that elective office.
Yeah.
You're right, there's a bit of ambiguity,
Yeah.
but that's the inference to be taken from the language that's used.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, if you're going to do that, then you could, you could say then, because there was somebody else who ran for mayor at that time, we could always reach out to Carnegie for a couple of months and see if he wants to sit on the seat for a couple of months while we're waiting for the elections, because a council member is a council member. I know the mayor is separate, but he's still equal. So,
Separate, yes. Equal, yes. But the separate's the important part, 'cause it's a different office.
yeah, I understand that. But since in this particular instance, we have
Yeah.
no one who ran for the council seats. So he still ran to represent. I'm just saying, if we're going to throw someone in there for 3 months, I would want to reach out to him first. Me personally. I don't know what everybody else's thoughts are, but that's mine.
I like that idea.
That's my 10 cents.
I can support that.
all right. So you're suggesting, that's not how the rule was written, but there was only one extra person that ran last time. And as the rule was written back in 2016, I think it was, the caveat was, we can do whatever we want, the council can do whatever they want, the rules are a guideline, whereas, as opposed to a charter provision or anything like that.
Let me say it the way the lawyer would say it. The rule was created in the event of a division 3-3. The rule by default then takes over because no 3 could undo the rule. So the rule meant that because you're divided and can't decide what to do, the rule then applies because no one can undo the rule. You don't have 4 people to undo it. So then the rule defaults to next highest vote getter, next highest vote getter, next highest vote getter. And then if there is no one, then it says may appoint. If you're still divided 3-3, obviously you're not getting an appointment.
Well, I'm well familiar with that 3-3 division on the council from back then. So what would you like to do?
Well, that's 2 for Carnegie.
I'm fine with asking Carnegie. Why not? What does it hurt?
All right, so what do we do if he says no? I guess that's,
Across the
And we come back in September.
Back.
All right, then make a motion to do that.
Okay. I make a motion to extend the seat currently vacant to Michael Carnegie to finish out Ms. Sutherland's term.
Second.
If he, I was going to say, and if he declines, we will come back and reevaluate next month.
Second.
Was the motion to
Extend the seat.
Extend the invite.
extend an invitation? Yeah, it's an invitation.
Correct.
Okay. So any issues with that, Mr. City Attorney?
No, I was just double checking the language to make sure our rule didn't conflict in some way, or if it did, to clean it up. But no, I think we're good.
Okay. And then that was Stein? Okay. All right. Any other comments by council?
September, he would be appointed.
All right. Motion by Councilmember Shornack to extend an invitation to serve the remaining term of Mayor Pro Tem Sutherland until November 2025, and seconded by Councilmember Stein. Any member of the audience like to speak on this? Yes.
Okay, so what I heard, and maybe I'm off, if you can choose Carnegie, if he declines, then the council can actually choose someone else. The residents you don't have to go through the process of applications and interviews and blah, blah, blah. The council could just choose someone else and decide who to do it, right? Is that what I'm?
If he declines, the council would then come up with a process.
The process.
They
So
can
the
do whatever they
process
want.
could be, I want to recommend X,
Sure.
this person, or I want to recommend this
Sure.
person, and you go through that versus anyone saying, hey, going out there and saying, who wants to be on council?
They can do that if they
And
want. Yeah.
and have interviews and blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Councilmember Stein. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Please extend, can you get that invitation out by Monday?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Well, that's by Monday, so I just wanted to give you time. And, all right.
I come to work tomorrow.
Very, well, thank you. Item number 7, is any other ministerial actions on this?
The library board.
We'll do it during the library, probably, right?
Okay, we can, we'll do that. We will add that during that time.
Because that's part and parcel of what,
That's fine.
that makes sense to do it then.
Item 7E, Civil Service Commission appointment of Robert Hirschman. City Manager, can you?
The Civil Service Commission appointment is one that's made by the two existing members. I'm sorry, the recommendation for the appointment. We currently have two members. One is a member that is the city representative. The other member is the public safety representative. They have searched for candidates, and they came up with this candidate that they are recommending for appointment for the term, the 6-year term ending in 2031.
2031, okay. All right, I will make the motion to approve Robert Hirschman to the City of Fraser Civil Service Commission for a term ending in 2031. I don't have an exact date, so you can fill that in.
Second.
All right, I did read Mr. Hirschman's resume, and it's quite impressive, and he will be a great addition to that Civil Service Commission. Any other comments by council? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone from the audience like to speak? Okay, seeing none. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much, Mr. Hirschman, for your service. Hold on, I'm getting a robocall. There we go. Item number 7F, repeal of coin-operated amusement device ordinance.
Want me to do this one?
Councilmember Shornack.
I just had a question about this. This doesn't affect that, I know they're across from Meyer, the arcade.
Replay, that doesn't affect it other than they don't have to pay $75 a machine or for their initiation. So This is something that went back and forth in the clerk community quite a bit. I talked to other clerks about this, and I immediately met with public safety to see if there was any concerns about this. I call this in honor, this is the Don Denault didn't get to play video games in high school ordinance because he couldn't skip to go to 7-Eleven because of this. It's basically an outdated ordinance. Now cities are encouraging these arcades. They want these arcades, and they want these coin-operated machines. There's no public safety issue. We met for a half hour, 45 minutes to talking about it. It was originally to inspect these buildings, make sure they weren't gambling, but police officers go in there anyway and do that now. There's no required. So it's they're outdated. Cities like Grand Rapids, Clarkston, they've all dropped these ordinances, and I feel we should get some of these outdated things out of the way.
That's a novel concept, to eliminate useless ordinances. I actually put this forth about 6 years ago. Somebody had come in and said they wanted to put in a variety of gaming amusement machines for tournaments over where Fraser I is now, where it used to be a restaurant and a bar. But we never got any further than discussing it, and it seemed to be outdated. So I think it's a great idea. Mayor Pro Tem Odell.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number 397 to repeal Article 4 of Chapter 4 of the City of Fraser Code of Ordinances as submitted.
Second. All right, any other comment by council? Any member of the audience like to speak on this? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you for repealing this.
There's more to come, sir.
Item 7G, Squad 1 ambulance purchase. Director Kretschmar, come on up.
Good evening, council.
Good evening.
Last year, the Department of Public Safety came before the council and asked to be able to have the resources to run a second squad within our ambulance service. We had 2 ambulances. One was more of a spare as we replaced the main ambulance in 2020. So as myself and Captain Gillis approached the council, we saw the need to expand our ambulance service because of the calls for service. And at that time, when the council allowed us to expand that service and hire EMTs to run it and to run the second squad for 12 hours a day, which is the busiest time, at that time we acknowledged that we were going to come before the council and ask to replace that second squad. So the second ambulance was purchased in 2012. It has 113,000 miles on it. It is aging. The cot that's on it and all of the electronics that go with that are no longer in warranty. That was one of the things that will come up in the future too, assuming that this goes through, would be to replace that cot. We are having also some electrical problems with that squad too. We just had to have it out of service so that the alternator can be replaced because we were having some charging issues. So with that in mind, and as we discussed last year when we came before the council, I'm here before you today to ask to replace that squad. So we would strip the 2012 ambulance and use the equipment off it as we can and install or have a new squad come, a 2026 ambulance in place of it. We would move what we're using now as our main ambulance over to the second squad and use the new ambulance as our main ambulance. So after the budget process this year, and it made it through the preliminary budget process through the council, we formulated a subcommittee within the department to have them get together and discuss what the needs would be for a new ambulance. So there was several members of the department that were part of that team. There was Sergeant Nagel was part of it, along with 2 of the firefighter paramedics, and they reached out to several manufacturers, had them bring ambulances here, met with their representatives, and really vetted out what the needs would be for our department on that rig and what the options would be. So as a result of that subcommittee and the meetings with those manufacturers, the paramedics and the surgeon have put together a proposal which was given to the council for their suggestion of what would be best and what would suit our needs. And what was decided was to go with an EV Plus, which is a manufacturer that already comes here and services the ambulances that we have. They're familiar with our equipment, and we have been satisfied with the service that they've provided. When I put this together during the budget process in the spring, I guesstimated that it might be around $350,000, and I believe that's what we believed it would cost last year. After meeting with these manufacturers and with the options that we believe we need, it looks like it has come in. The ambulance itself came in about $9,000 higher than what we expected, and additionally, we would need to outfit it with just a switch of the radio and to have graphics on there, which I don't have an exact amount, but I'm very certain that it won't be more than $5,000. So, excuse me. So with this proposal, because I requested at the time $350,000, we've come in with this at a little more than $14,000 over that, so that would require a budget amendment, should the council approve it. And I wanted to mention, too, that because, Mr. Odell, I think you had asked me if the ambulance comes outfitted, and it does come outfitted with the lights, and some of the reflectors and things like that already come with the rig. So we wouldn't have to send it to Canfield like we do the patrol cars to have screens put in and all these sort of things. The box basically comes with most of the things that we need. We asked for some particular things that the paramedics believe that they need. So we came up with this particular rig. Although it is coming in slightly higher than what I had guesstimated, this rig, and we also, some of the proposals that we got had up to 24 months for a turnaround. The one that we actually really like is less expensive than those and actually will be here, they're guaranteeing within 6 months for delivery. So this one actually has the highest turnaround. It's very close to what our budget was. It has all of the extra features. It's a diesel engine, which is built for more activity, heavier load, things of that nature. We have diesel now. And so for those reasons, I would request the council approve the purchase of a 2026 Horton Type 1 Ford F550 4x4 diesel engine ambulance from EV Plus, along with the graphics and the radio exchange, and the total amount should not exceed $373,103, and that would be from the ambulance capital account.
Okay, thank you. I have two lights, and I think Councilmember Bransky was first.
I think I was second.
Okay, Mayor Pro Tem Odell.
So this will be the new main ambulance. You put our main ambulance now into secondary position
Correct.
as the backup, correct?
Right.
And how often is the backup ambulance prone to break down right now? Is it happening more and more often?
I don't want to say that it's, that we're constantly taking it out of service. It was out of service, but we have since gotten that alternator fixed, and so it is back up and running. But because it's got over 113,000 miles on it. It is 13 years old. It's just prone to break down. And one of the issues with it, too, is the cot and the fact that this power cot that's back there that we purchased from Stryker back when we got that ambulance, that was the original model of the cot that Stryker had at that time. And so those cots are no longer under warranty. That's why during the budget presentation I mentioned, I think I had that on the slide, that we would need a new cot. I'm not asking for that today for several reasons. One, I need to make sure that we're going to get the new ambulance first. And then second, no sense in trying to order something today if we're not going to have it ready for 6 months.
So I didn't want to put the cart before the horse, but that will be the next thing. Upon approval of this, I will have to come back and ask for approval of the rig because it will not go in the new ambulance.
Okay, and if I recall, didn't we already purchase a lot of equipment for
We
the
have-
backup?
we have
So we
purchased-
don't need to refit everything, just
No,
the
no. So most of the supplies that are on there are supplies that we use regularly and that get replaced, as we use them. So we aren't looking to do anything extensive in that regard, with the exception of the cot at this time. Not to say that, next year during the budget season, I may have to ask for something else, but at this time, everything will transfer over as we expect, with the exception of that cot.
All right, and this is important to me because I vividly remember it was Thanksgiving Eve, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, before I was in council, before you were here. A gentleman got hit by a car crossing the road between Shooters and the old Warfield Grill, the Juan Blancos. And I sat there because it just happened. I pulled into Warfield and I waited. And the police showed up very quickly, which is great. But the ambulance had to come from Roseville. And it took 20 minutes while the gentleman was out there dying, and he later passed away. So having operating ambulances for our residents is very, very important because sometimes time is of the essence. And if you're waiting 20 minutes, thank goodness Roseville works with us and helps us out. But I don't want to be relying on another city to make sure our residents get the service they need and for accidents and life-saving care. So I'm very much in favor of this, and I'll defer to Ms. Baranski, what she wants to talk about. But the cost is right close to where, a little bit over. I mean, cost of everything's going up, and it's hard to estimate on these specialty items, but 100% in favor of it because we need operational ambulances, and I don't want to see something happen like I saw that night because it was very disturbing to me as a resident. So,
Thank you. Councilmember Baranski.
I was just going to make a motion to support purchases proposed in the packet.
Okay.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. City Manager.
Yeah, I would just like to make a correction to that amount, the not to exceed amount. It looks like the math is wrong. It should be $364,103.
Subject to that correction, my motion.
And second that.
Okay, what was the new number? 360?
364,103. So that's the 359,103 plus the 5,000.
Okay, I had one other question on there. The budget amount, the approved budget amount was 350?
So we.
Okay, that's how we get to 14,103, because
Right,
I was
so
doing the math and.
We actually have 450,000 budgeted in the line item, so we don't necessarily need to do a budget amendment tonight because there would still be an additional 85,000 or so for the future purchase of the cot. So we could do the budget amendment at a later date.
Why don't we do that?
Okay.
Yes. Okay, we have a motion by Councilmember Baranski, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Odell. Any other council member like to speak on this? Just one quick question. What's year is the current primary ambulance?
2020,
It seems like yesterday.
right? It's a 2020, it's got 75,000 miles on it.
Yeah, it seems like yesterday when we approved that, so, all right. Any member of the audience like to speak on this? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Get that ordered. And we should
Sure, I
see it
appreciate it.
sometime next year?
I would say early 2026
That's
is what
good
it's
news.
promising.
And then once it's here, how long will it take to get it up and get it into service?
It should be pretty quick, assuming that the cot comes in a timely fashion. I don't have reason to think that it wouldn't, and things would just transfer over. It's a matter of getting it into Canfield to have the radio replaced and the graphics, which doesn't typically take too long.
When do you anticipate coming back for the COT?
When I have a better idea of when the ambulance will be here, and then I'm able to get with Stryker and get a current quote. I mean, I had a current quote back in March or April when we discussed the budget, but obviously I need to make sure that that's still accurate. And this new rig comes pre-wired already for that cot, so we won't have to worry about that. That will already be ready to go.
Very good. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to item 7H, consideration of promotion from PSO to sergeant position.
Good evening again. Yes, I'm before you tonight because with the recent resignation of Captain Gillis that left a vacancy in the ranks in the captain division, the council has approved the promotion of a sergeant to fill that spot, which has left a vacancy in the road patrol sergeant division. And so with that, I am requesting to promote a PSO to fill that vacancy.
Okay. Council, any questions? Mayor Pro Tem Odell.
Make a motion to approve the promotion of a PSO to the rank of sergeant to fill the patrol division vacancy.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Odell, seconded by Councilmember Stein, and we have a light from Councilmember Baranski.
Yeah, I just had a couple of questions. So you issued, I think it was a monthly report. I was trying to pull it up. And I guess I'm not opposed to the promotions. The timing is less than ideal because we're then going to further short the road because we are currently short 4, I think your memo said.
One of our light duty or our maternity people came back this week.
Okay, good.
So we have one person on light duty, and we do have 2 PS, well, with Captain Gillis leaving, and then there was another vacancy created by a PSO who no longer works here. So technically, we are 3 short on the road. As the schedule is today, we have 5 PSOs per shift. There are 3 shifts, so there are 5 PSOs per shift. And we are in the process of, we've opened up applications again. We're hoping to capture maybe somebody that's in a police academy now. So the short answer to your question is yes, we are 3 PSOs short on the road at this moment. We have 5 per. I would just add that with going back to the 8s, we do have a little more leeway than we did with the 12s. When we were fully staffed running 12s, we had 4 per platoon, and so with the 8s, we have 5. So technically, yes, it does take another PSO off the road that we are trying to fill. But the number will still be 5, 5, and 4, which is, minimum is 3, so that does give us a little leeway. And you're right, the timing isn't perfect. It never seems to be. This is one of those things, as we've discussed so many times, that it's a constant problem. But we still need to have supervision. We still need to train people, and things of that nature.
So even with the 3 short, we still have 5 on the shift?
Correct.
5 on all 3 shifts?
Yes.
Okay. So, because the other complaint that I'm getting, and I don't know if you guys are getting it, is that our road patrol is running ragged and that there's 2 cars on the road and it's taking a long time. And it's not a criticism that isn't a sympathetic or an empathetic one. It's a concern that, do we have enough officers on the road to respond? And so what is your plan to, although, obviously, yes, we need to have a hierarchy and we need to have a structure to ensure that there's a proper chain of command. What is the short-term solution? Long-term solution is hire more people, and we are no different than any other city that's struggling to do that. There are other cities that are well understaffed. The county, sheriff's department, Warren, 20-plus openings. So
yeah, I know, and you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, and I'm really telling the residents.
We are all in the same boat. We still do need to go along with our processes, despite that.
Right.
And yes, we try to maintain 3, and we do what we can to fill it with overtime. That doesn't always happen. There are occasions where it runs down to 2. We try to avoid that. Sometimes that just happens. I will say that the sergeants are uniformed officers that are on the road, so they don't count in that manpower number, but they are there. They are there to assist, to help respond, to back up or whatever. So even though we have 5, 5, and 5 at the moment, and we would go down to 5, 5, 4, there would be 2 sergeants on the road that are also responding officers that are there, and we're going to do what we can to fill these vacancies as quickly as we can. It's one of those things, it's just a constant, it's always something.
Yeah, right.
It's always something, but we still have to move forward with our processes and try to keep up as best we can.
Right, I just don't like hearing a resident say they called for a non-emergency and it's taking 4 hours. And I was like, well, that would be an emergency, in my opinion, your call. I appreciate you making it a non-emergency.
I would like to know what that is.
Yeah, and we can talk off, like, and I'm seeing the social media posts about there's only 2 cops on the road. And I know they're busy, and I am, it's not a criticism, I know everyone is working hard.
No, I understand.
My concern is, I just hate taking another, because I fear that the ones that are on the road are going to then look elsewhere because they're being worked like a dog. That's my fear. So I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not opposed to the promotion. It's just when you're balancing all of these things, we're walking a very fine line. But we chose to walk that line last month, and so we will live with the consequences, I guess.
Okay. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Odell.
So assuming that if this passes, do you need to fill out that PSO position right away as well, or have the authority to?
We're already in process. We've already started that. We actually thought that we had somebody that we were going to have in the academy right now that did not work out for reasons. So we thought we had one in the hopper, and it didn't work out. So the application process is open. We'll try to get through it as expeditiously as possible. I mean, because of the civil service rules, we have to have an opening date and a close date. We needed to wait a little bit to capture when the academy started. I actually did interviews with the academy so I could lay eyes and meet these candidates ahead of time so that they could just feel it out just a little bit. And so we are underway. I mean, that's the.
Right, but what I'm saying is, do you have do you need a further authorization from us?
No, I believe I got
All right,
that.
okay, I
got
couldn't
that
remember if we had
authorization.
already done that or not. I just
Yes.
don't want to,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
We gave her a
said,
blank,
delay the
always
process.
keep it at 29.
Right, okay, so
Correct.
Sergeant just doesn't fall under that, so my apologies. I just want to make sure you have what you need to.
Yes.
Okay, we're
Yes, sir.
promoting one, we got, try to get them turned as quickly as we can so we can get full force and alleviate those concerns. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other member of council? Anyone from the audience like to speak on this? All right, we have a motion and a second to fill the PSO to sergeant position. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, item 7I, Resolution 2025-016, Garfield Road closure request for city parade. I will just make that motion to approve Resolution 2025-016, Garfield Road closure permit request, Fraser Parade on the October 26, 2025, from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m.
Second.
A motion by Mayor Lessig, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Odell to approve Resolution 2025-016. Any comment? Anyone in the audience? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item 7J, DIA mural design approval for Senior Activity Center building. City Manager.
Thank you. So last year, we were working with the DIA with their Partners in Public Art project, or art program, and we were approved for a mural in the City of Fraser. We then assembled a subcommittee consisting of myself, a representative from Recreation Commission, and our Recreation Coordinator. We've been working with representative from the DIA to select an artist, and also we worked our way with the artist to come up with a design. The group unanimously approved the design that's included in the packet. This is something that would be placed on the front corner facing 15 Mile on the Senior Activities Center. It's got the slogan on it, "Bloom where you are planted." There's some hands reaching up with flowers, and it's also got Fraser, Michigan on it. It is a very colorful mural that would be a nice addition to the city. And what we were looking for tonight is a motion to approve the mural design recommendation. The artist is Chelsea Hensbergen.
Okay. Councilmember Shornack.
I don't have a problem with the design. I think it's nice. I just have a question, which would be the same question that we were asking Fraser first. Just how long is this anticipated to be on the building. I know that, I know we don't run into the same thing with the memorandum that we have to do with this particular thing. I mean, obviously, if we have to, if it starts getting dilapidated, we can just paint over it with white paint and be done with it. But I'm just saying, like, what is the life?
So we had
Anticipated
a
life of this.
memo of understanding with the DIA as part of this program. So really something that I think Don is trying to achieve something similar with Fraser First for the mural program. So the terms were outlined in that, and it's a 10-year preservation that we at least work with the artist if for some reason there's graffiti or something like that, work with the artist to try and fix it. Obviously, sometimes things do get deteriorated so far that there is no hope of being able to preserve it. But the expectation is that we certainly work with the artist and try and preserve it for a 10-year period.
Okay, so a decade.
Yeah, basically a decade.
That's all I wanted. But thanks.
And then, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. So we have a memorandum of understanding. We have all the details. It's 10 years. Oh, and there's no cost. This is a benefit of our tax dollars that go to the DIA. This is a benefit we receive because we pay that millage. Is that correct? That's what I wanted to make sure people understood.
Yep, for the memo of understanding, it is in there that this is fully paid for by the program.
Yeah, that was important to me. Okay, that was your question? Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that there were no surprises, and I addressed that with you earlier this week. All right. We don't have a motion yet, right?
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve mural design recommendation of the subcommittee for the Senior Activity Center.
Second.
Okay. Approval of this question. So we have motion and a second. The approval of the mural design, does that make the project happen? Yes. Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any comment by council? Any member of the audience like to speak on this? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Let's make it happen. We're going to be busting out with art soon in this city, even more. All right, item 7K, Sevens Park Planning Subcommittee Report. Would you like to give that, city manager, or would you like me to do it?
Sure, I can do that. So the subcommittee met, that's comprised of myself, the mayor, Patrick Odell, or Mayor Pro Tem Odell, as well as our superintendent of Public Works and our recreation coordinator. So we had an opportunity to review I believe it was 13 RFPs that we received. We've got those whittled down to 3 that we will be doing in-person interviews next Tuesday. So from those 3, we will be bringing that to council for a recommendation for the planning.
Thank you. That pretty much sums it up. Any questions by council on that? All right, more to come next month. All right, item 7L, Homecoming Parade. And this is a request by the Fraser Public Schools to hold the Homecoming Parade on October 10th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Councilmember Shornack.
I make a motion to approve the request from the Fraser Public Schools for the homecoming parade.
Yeah, to allow road closure for the homecoming. Okay, I would second that motion. Any member of council have any comments? Any member of the public? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion, opposed. Motion passes. Item 8A, Library Subcommittee Report.
Yes, we were scheduled to have a meeting a couple weeks ago. And then due to Councilmember Sutherland's resignation, the meeting got adjourned. They were looking for re-meeting again in September. Once the new member is there, they've got design plans back, and they feel that they're ready for another sit-down to kind of talk through it. So I indicated that it was best, since they want to get, hopefully, unanimity from the council, to wait until they had the opportunity to have 3 members of council on the subcommittee, if anyone else was interested in being on the subcommittee, rather than just 2. And also, the meeting time didn't work for either myself or Councilmember Shornack, so we couldn't have met with them in August anyway. So,
So who's going to ante up?
do you want it, Kenny?
Well, if you want me to be on it, sure.
I would like anyone to be on it. I would nominate Kenny Berry Jr. to be
I would second that Would you accept that nomination?
All right. Motion by Councilmember Baranski, second by Councilmember Shornack to appoint Councilmember Kenny Perry to the Library Subcommittee. Any member of the audience like to speak on this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Congratulations, Kenny.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Vote. Do I have to vote on that too still? Because I'm,
You do actually legally have to.
oh, yay.
It's easy.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Item 8B, update regarding removal of Rindell Park from the list of Fraser Public Parks.
It's all you, buddy.
Is everybody looking at me? I saw that on the agenda. I wasn't sure what update or if it's just a standing item. The only update I could really give you right now is that one last thing we're looking at, but so far in the process of deciding what to do, I think I've already reported to all of you that we'll remove it from the master plan at some point, so it's not part of the Rex plan, and then the master recreation plan. And then from there, we're free and clear to, list it, sell it, whatever we need to do with it as council directs. But the only other update I had is I want to work with administration next to just be extra sure there aren't any federal grant funds involved, because if there are, it might be best to just let this sit until we amend the plan, and then there won't be any funding tied to that plan, and then we'll be free and clear. So that's next year for that plan, so we're not too far away from that happening, but I'll keep you posted if I learn anything new in the meantime.
There was an MNRTF, or Land Water Conservation Fund, plaque on the building that is no longer there, so I think you already covered at least part of that, so. All right, item number 9, report of city administration. City manager.
Thank you. Just wanted to report that Kelly Road is going to be closed at the railroad tracks from October 6th through 10th. They are going to have detours posted for that. They're going to be replacing the tracks. Sunday, August 24th is the date set for the fireworks in conjunction with the Lions Carnival. Just wanting everyone to know that they're going to be a little earlier than usual because the event is a little later than usual, so we have the benefit of the sun setting earlier. So fireworks will be at 9 p.m., so everybody stay tuned for that. The Public Safety Open House, save date on your calendar for Sunday, October 5th. Times will be determined at a future date. That's all I have for now. Thank you.
Question, you mentioned the railroad tracks at Kelly. Any word on when they're going to do Utica? Because that's getting pretty bad, too.
No.
Okay. If you happen to be talking to the railroad, ask them when they're going to fix that, too. 'Cause- Yeah, it's bad. It doesn't seem to last more than a couple years, I don't know.
You have to take the outer lane or you're,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's see, Councilmember Stein.
Yes, I want to bring something up. It's going to be priority waste. I know that's like a name. I am really, I will say I regret my vote. I really do, and I've never said that. I feel like they've gotten worse. He sat here and said all these things about how they're going to better. I know it doesn't happen instantly, but I didn't think it was going to get worse. In our community, just in my neighborhood, it's gotten terrible. I know other communities, I don't know if Don can answer this or if this is something we can even do. They're fining them for certain things. Is that something that we can look into? I know it can't be done like right away, but is there something we can look into fining them too? So maybe that those problems will lessen for our residents are paying for this service and it's terrible.
I would need to go back through the contract, but my understanding is most of the contracts with all the different communities I've looked at do have a provision for fines that are related to lack of performance. We'd have to look at how it's defined, how it's documented, how it's assessed, and I know other communities are doing it, you're right. So whether or not, though, that impacts what we're currently working on or not, let me continue to get that contract worked out first, and then we'll figure it out from there. But I'll keep it right here.
Yeah, I just feel like we need to do something. Like this is completely, yeah.
Yeah, and I've had to answer several questions on social media. I've been tagged, I've been texted, and it's certainly, I did not expect that the service would decline and degrade after we approved their contract. I would say today, just, my neighbor redid their kitchen and all the cabinets and all the other extra stuff was out there, and they did pick it up. I did hand them a couple of waters. They were working pretty hard. I don't blame the truck drivers.
I don't
They are working their butts off
working
from
very
morning to
hard.
night. It's the equipment that has failed them, and I hope that the management of Priority
Agreed.
Waste gets that solved. I know they have 50 new trucks coming online. I hope they get here sooner than later, because we do pay for that service, and that's it.
Right.
Any other comments or questions?
I just wanted to bring that up.
Manager. Okay. All right, item number 10. Oh. What did I do?
Good.
I'm doing number 10, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's number 10. Item number 10, report of mayor and city council. We'll start with Councilmember Stein.
I don't have much. I'll just say I'm not going to take Mayor Pro Tem Odell's thunder, so I'll just say I'll see everybody at the carnival next weekend. I hope everybody comes out and supports the Lions Club. They do a lot for our community. And then I hope to see everybody at the 150th anniversary. I will be volunteering, so come out and see us on the September 7th. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Perry.
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Councilmember Shornack.
I will not be at the Lions Club thing because we will be away. So everybody have fun. Everybody drink responsibly and make less work for our officers. Let's not be stupid. And, and because everybody seems to do it, so I'm going to. My daughter got engaged. So congratulations to her and her fiance, Michael. I'm very excited to be welcoming another family into our family, and they're also Fraser residents. So my children are all currently with Fraser residents. So it's been, yeah, as much as my kids said, oh, you can't ever get out of Fraser, and now they have all are with significant others that are from Fraser. So I find that very ironic and funny. So I think.
Congratulations. All right, Councilmember Baranski.
I too will not be in town next weekend, but I will be back for the fireworks, and I'm super excited to hear they're at 9. So that is good news for me.
I forgot one other thing.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
I don't have anything else. Looking forward to it, though.
I forgot one other thing, sorry. St. Malachy's is having their festival this weekend. So they have really great raffle baskets. They have kids' games. They have lots of really good food. It starts Friday, I think Friday. Well, I know Friday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that is a fair that's this week. So come out and support them. Sorry, just remember that.
All right, Mayor Pro Tem Odell.
As a Fraser Lions member, I just encourage everybody to come out. I know it is a different week than normal, but it is a one-time thing. So next year we'll be back on schedule, better than ever. Thursday through Sunday, you can get reduced price wristbands. All you can ride wristbands from Big Rock Amusements online up to Wednesday evening, I believe. So if you want to save a few bucks, go on the site and get your wristbands in advance. A couple new things they're going to have this year. They are going to have both Saturday and Sunday from noon to dusk. They're going to have pony rides and a petting zoo for the kids. And on Sunday from 1 to 5, they're going to have a foam party, which sounds like a lot of fun.
It does sound fun.
So they're doing some extra things that they have not done in the past. So and just realize that Fraser Lions do recycle a lot of what they raise from this carnival back into the community with scholarships for local high school students. Leader Dog for the Blind is a huge endeavor that they support. They have paid for multiple kids' glasses that could not afford them if in need. So they do a lot for the local community. And with Lions, you have to pay to volunteer, which is a funny thing, but you have very dedicated people there. You guys have seen Derek that's up here. He pretty much takes a week off of work every year to make this thing happen. He does probably 80% of the heavy lifting, working with the city, making sure it runs smooth every year. And I'll echo with what Councilwoman Shornack said. Please come to have a good time, but don't wreck it for everybody. Have some common sense and decency, and treat your neighbors with respect. And come see me at the beer tent. I'll be pouring some nights, and look forward to seeing all you out there. So that's all I have.
Thank you very much. I'll wrap this up with a couple things. One, tomorrow morning, we are breaking ground on the long overdue industrial road project over there at the 15-mile industrial park. That has been a long time coming. I appreciate the support of the council, the property owners there, Senator Kleinfeld, and the city in making this happen. It's going to really be transformational for that park and hopefully provide great infrastructure for the next 30 years. Second thing is, Lions Club, thank you for all your hard work. And VFW is having a marathon that I may participate in. It's 0.1 miles. And
0.1.
so check that out. The VFW is doing, I don't know if it's a fundraiser or it's just a fun event. I believe it's Sunday afternoon. Thank you for support of art in Fraser. We're going to be blooming with art pretty soon here. It's a nice change. And the last thing is, last Thursday and Friday, I went to the Michigan Association of Mayors Conference, our summer workshop. There were about 50 of us, mayors and village presidents from around the state. We got together in Portage and had a really good discussion about a variety of issues that we all, that affect us. And believe it or not, on the west side of the state, garbage is an issue there too. The city of Portage is actually changing providers, saving $10 million, and there's an uproar in the city over the savings because it's going away from what they've been comfortable with for 30 years. But it saves $10 million. So the mayor there and I met her, and within 10 minutes she's telling me about her garbage problem. And I said, I guess we have common problems in this state. A couple other things we talked about. Was emergency management. How do we handle things? How do we get ready and make sure that public safety is coordinating with the city and that we have a good, safe city? Next week is an important event where we have lots of people coming to the city. And our public safety department is on it and will take care of us. And last, we had a great evening out in an outdoor pavilion with a band shell. And it was yacht rock. I may or may not have danced, and thank God there's no video. But it really was a nice event. There were hundreds of people. They came out, and they do it every week. And they had food trucks, they had Parks and Rec, and it was really a nice time. So I look forward to something like that in our community in the future. With that, I will be done, and now I will call on citizens, item number 11, citizen participation. Anyone would like to speak at this time?
Laura Lessig, 15201 Fairview. I want to thank you on behalf of Fraser First for accepting our proposal for the mural. And just a little reminder, in the past 10 years or so, Fraser First Booster Club has been promoting art in the park every year, whether it's at McKinley with the fairy doors, with the stuff hanging from the arbor, the pine cones, that is, the artwork on the fence by the tennis courts, which we will no longer do because the tennis courts look great, and pickleball courts. But anyways, we want to have art, more color throughout our city. Fraser First Booster Club has been pretty busy as we await our fate for our band shelter in Steffens Park. But we did have the fairy door hunt throughout the city throughout July, and it was well received. A lot of residents and non-residents went to the businesses and put in their little tickets, and this was no cost to the city at all, and no cost to the businesses, except that they were able to get people into their business and purchase things, which kind of helped them, right? So that was a good item for us to do during the summer months, and we plan on doing that again. As far as Fraser First Brewster Club, we do not have a meeting in August because it's kind of like a relaxing time, but we will have our next meeting September 17th at Hanover Grove at 6:30. We will have at the Lions Fair City Picnic Day Sunday an area and have 3 raffle baskets to give out. So come see our table and get a raffle. And I think that's all I have, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Anyone else like to speak? All right, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Councilmember Shornack, seconded by Councilmember Bransky to adjourn the meeting at 8:05 PM. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much. Not bad. You get home by 4:09.
Oh, I was gonna say like